So good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, so previous topic, it was about Russian Revolution. What was the situation in Russia before revolution? We discussed a few points about it, and I told you regarding the situation of workers, what kind of industries was there in the country, and even though there were a lot of divisions among the workers, I told that different types of workers were there. Each one they had their own associations, like craft workers or metal workers or those who are involved in pottery or like that. Different types of workers were there, but even though there are differences between them, like in the way they dress up, the way they talk, or some manners what they have, there were some differences. But if anything comes like a matter, like if they are going to take a strike or protest, they will all be united and they used to protest against the industrialists. Okay. And the situation of peasants, I told you, the peasants were different from the peasants of other parts of European countries. Peasants, I told that they were not showing any respect or anything towards the landlords. Or in other parts of European countries, it was like peasants, they used to give a lot of respect to the landlords and all. But in Russia, the situation was different. Okay. Now, next is about socialism in Russia. What all ideas spread in Russia? Just before, what did I say related to? That was related to the situations. What were the situations existing in Russia with the coming before the Russian Revolution? Now, next one is about socialism in Russia. Now, in Russia, all the political parties, it was considered as illegal. Okay, illegal in the sense, you know who was ruling in Russia?
Is
Tsar. Okay, Tsar Nicholas II. He was ruling Russia. So he was an autocratic. I mean, Russia had an autocracy. What do you mean by autocracy? You know what is monarchy, right? What is monarchy?
Ma'am, the king had all the power.
Yeah, king rules the particular country. He had the power. But what about in France? What was the system they had? What system they had in their country, in France? Hmm? Tell. Was it monarchy or autocracy? I want you to understand the meaning of autocracy. What is that?
Autocracy.
autocrat.
In France, it was monarchy. Okay. Their king's rule was there, but at the same time, there were some more additions in the rule, in the sense they had a assembly also, right? All the three estates, they sent their representatives there. So they had estates, and they had some sort of voting, and with that voting only, the king used to take decisions. Okay, but in Russia, the system was different. Russia was an autocratic country. Now, what do you mean by autocracy? This particular country, they never had a parliament, no assembly, no constitution. Okay, so according to the wish of, only the wish of Tsar, the rule will be done. So he used to rule with iron fist. That's what we say. Where he used to rule with iron fist in the sense that he is the one who will take all decisions. And they create fear among the people. They make them under control, and they had lot of power. Will be the person who will take all the decisions. France, what was the situation? King, even though his wish only is going to be introduced, some or the other way he used to discuss with the assembly, or some sort of voting was there. But that system was not there in Russia. In Russia, that's why you can see here, all the political parties were considered as illegal in Russia before 1914. So during the time of the Russian rule, I mean the king's rule or the czar rule, or every party, it was considered as illegal. That is one thing. But even then, you can see that there were some workers' party and all, like for example, Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party. It was founded in 1898, so it was much years back. It was founded by the socialists, and they took the ideas of Marx, or they respected the ideas of Marx. But what happened because of the policy of the government? I told that it is illegal in their country. So because of that, what they did, they had to operate as an illegal organization. So when they are operating as illegal organization, how would have they operated? Can they openly discuss things?
No.
They can they openly introduce some pamphlets or some write-ups and all regarding this? No. Okay, so they used to work as illegal organization. If they are caught, then what will happen?
They will punish.
Yeah, they will be getting punishment. Okay, and what they did, they set up newspaper, and in the sense, you know that through the newspaper only the things will be easily spread. Okay, so they set up some sort of newspapers and mobilized workers. Mobilized in the sense they brought the workers together. They wanted to spread the ideas of socialism in the country. They organized strikes and all. The strikes will be organized, but that will be public. But at the same time, nobody is going to take much importance of that particular strikes and all. So as an illegal organization, they started working. Next one, peasants. Regarding the peasants' custom we are talking. See, I told that in Russia, the socialist ideas, it was very much famous, especially in the rural areas. There is a reason for that, because these peasants, they had a custom of dividing the land among the people. Okay, those who are not having the land, what they do, they give the lands to others. So that idea of socialism, what is this idea of socialism? What do you mean by that? Socialist, what is the main idea in socialism?
Divide the land.
Resources should be divided among everyone. Okay, even though it is land, even though it is industries, whatever it is there, property or whatever it is, it should be available for everyone. Okay, that means equally it should be available for everyone. So here they had that practice of dividing the land among the peasants. So the socialist ideas were much popular in the countryside. So peasants were actively involved actively involved in socialism, or they were the main people who propagated socialist ideas in the country, not the workers. Whenever we speak about socialism, you might have seen that other areas and all industrial workers were giving much importance to socialist ideas. But in Russia, if you see, peasants were more active, and they were the ones who brought the ideas of socialism in their country, especially in the countryside and all. Okay, then you can see that Socialist Revolutionary Party is formed. That is in 1900. They were fighting for peasants' rights. Okay, peasants should have rights, and whatever what they say, that they are the ones who are producing. So whatever they are producing, it should be distributed among the peasants, not to the landowners. That kind of situation, or that kind of thinking were there in the among the people, or among the peasants of the countryside. Okay, so these are the important things you can see related to it. So I told that Socialist Revolutionary Party, they were introduced, or they That party was found in 1900, and the party, they were struggling for the peasants' right, and what they were telling that whatever land is there, the owners, the landlords, they should give that lands to the peasants. Why they say that? Because the peasants are the ones who are working on the land. So that should be available to the peasants, not to the landlords, because landlords are not working on it. Who are working? Peasants are working.
Peasants.
Yeah. So that should be, all the land should be distributed to whom? To
Peasants.
peasants here. So that is their idea or their ideology or their thinking. Okay. Another one thing, social democrats were there, but they were not agreeing with the ideas of socialist revolutionaries. They were little more liberal in their thinking. Social democrats, they don't want to distribute the lands and all to the peasants. So there were two groups here. One, what are those two groups?
Social Democrats
And
Socialist
revolutionaries.
Revolutionaries.
Okay, so social democrats, they never had this idea of distribution of land to the people. Another one, socialist revolutionaries, what they say, they are telling that all the land of these landlords, it should be given to
Ma'am,
peasants. Yeah.
ma'am, what is the meaning of autocracy?
Autocracy in the sense, see, the ruler will be ruling according to his wish, and there will not be any parliament. No, like I told you, in France, they had some assembly and all, right? Like that, nothing will be there, no constitution. The ruler will be ruling with iron fist, we say. With iron fist in the sense, with that much power, he will be ruling. If anybody is talking against the king, that will be suppressed. Okay. Or they use a lot of power and they create fear among the people. They make these people afraid and they rule, or some sort of fear is there, that people will not speak against the king. So like that, they use fear, they control them, they use a lot of power. Like that, they will be ruling. Okay. So there is no parliament, no constitution, nothing like that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next is, again, you can see regarding the divisions among the peasants or among the parties. Lenin, he was a great leader. And what he says that peasants are not at all united one. Why he say like that? Because some peasants are there, they are not having any land, so they will work in others' land. Some peasants are there, they are very rich. Okay, they own large plots of land. They are the farmers also, they will work on the land. So will they feel that land should be divided among everyone? Will they feel that?
No.
No way, they will not feel that. Okay, so peasants were not much united. Why they were not united? Because some are very poor, some are very rich. Because of that reason, they were not united, because poor people feel that they don't have land, so they have to work in others' land to earn some amount of money. So that is why I said all these peasants, if you take, they were not at all united here. Next one. So when they are not united, will they be a part of this socialist movement?
No.
It will be difficult actually. Okay. The rich people, they will never feel that they should be a part of this socialist movement, because they were not that much ready to distribute their land to the other people. So here, Vladimir Lenin was a leader of socialist. There were two groups there. One is Bolshevik group, another one is Menshevik groups. Okay, so Bolsheviks and Mensheviks. What Lenin felt that society is repressed now. I mean, the society is suppressed by the czars. Czar is a king of emperor of Russia. Now, in the Tsar repressive society, what he feels that party should be disciplined. Everyone cannot get the membership of Bolshevik group. Party should be disciplined, and there should be some control over number. Anyone cannot join, or anyone should not. Anybody wants, they could not join the Bolshevik group, and the quality of the members should be very high. That was the idea of Lenin. But others, Mensheviks, felt that the party should be open to everyone. What Lenin felt that, that when there are rich people, their ideas will be different. When there are differences in their thinking, the ideas will be different. So to fight against the czars, this party should have disciplined members, and the members should be the quality of the members should be high. In the sense, the way they think, the members should follow that. But at the same time, I told Mensheviks, what are they telling? They felt that party should be open to everyone. Like in other parts of the world, the party is open to everyone. Like that, it should be there for everyone. So these kind of mentality was there among the people. So two groups were there. What are those two groups?
Bolshevik and Menshevik.
Yeah, Bolshevik and Menshevik here. Okay. Next one.
Ma'am, the first group, what they are saying about?
What they are saying. In detail, I'll tell you what are the features of this Bolshevik and Menshevik. Just now understand that there were differences between Menshevik group and Bolshevik group. And the idea was that what he was telling. Okay, so Russia was an autocracy. I told you what do you mean by an autocracy. The ruler is very powerful and always,
the iron fist.
Yeah, ruler will always rule with the power, creates fear in the society. So people are afraid to tell anything against. You know that how they will create fear in the society.
By punishing.
Yeah,
others.
if you talk anything against the king or anything against the emperor, that's all. Maybe not only you will be getting punishment, maybe your family will be vanished. Like that it will be. So they rule with actually the fear created among the people. So liberals, what they felt that liberals in Russia, they always used to campaign, always used to tell that this should be stopped. This should be stopped in the sense this autocracy should be stopped here. Okay. So together with social democrats, you know that there were social democrats, there were social revolutionaries, and they worked with the peasants and workers during these revolution, and they were demanding for a constitution. Okay, so I told that before. Usually this autocratic rule, they never had a constitution and all. So because of that reason, all these parties, socialist revolutionaries, social democrats, they started demanding a constitution. Okay. At the same time, you can see that they were supported by other people in the empire. So some group of people were there, like nationalist. Nationalist means what? What do you mean by nationalist here? Dozu? What do you mean by nationalism? Love towards our country, right? So nationalist, it doesn't mean that they don't love their country now. What they are telling that everyone should have equal opportunity. So some nationalists were there. They supported the social democrats and socialist revolutionaries. The same time, there were some Muslim dominated areas were there. That is the group of people, Jadidists. They also wanted to bring modernized Islam, it seems, in their society. So these people supported the social revolutionaries and social democrats.
When people who are willing to work at the going wages cannot find work.
Little more louder, it's not audible.
Dashi said to exist when people who are willing to work at the going wages not find jobs.
Could anyone hear the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell. Answer?
Ma'am, unemployment.
Unemployment. Correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, second.
Unemployment leads to the wastage of cash resources.
Once more.
Unemployment leads to the wastage of cash resources.
Okay, unemployment leads to wastage of dash resources. Who can say the answer?
Ma'am, can I say
Yeah.
manpower resources?
Okay, manpower resources. Next question.
Dash is the most labor absorbing center of the economy.
Once more. Come near a little bit and say.
Dash is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy.
Who can say?
Ma'am, agriculture.
Agriculture. Correct? Okay, next question.
The workforce population includes people and dash years to work.
What is that?
59 years.
Correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Over or more are there?
Ma'am,
No. Okay. Bye then. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.